Man, folks be killing me online. Shout out to everybody. It's your boy Art, man, the great. Dude said he said after the 29th, Art man gonna have to send his shirts to the third world country. Hey, I really love when people be hating on me. That shit be it's actually funny to me. Like that shit makes me laugh. Like actually laugh out of that shit because it's like, damn, little old me getting attention like this. I love it. I love it. But you can't stop the hustle. You can't stop the art, man. I'm always working, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody that's not here yet. I know y'all coming through. Kind of did a little surprise show, so we gonna get into it. Oh shit, man. Anyways, but anyway, shout out to everybody in the chat though. Um, Boots Ennis, dude came in at 145 today. That's wow. That's wow. 145. Shit. So, assalamu alaikum, my brother. Malaikum salam to you, my brother. So I got Boots in 5 rounds. Shit. Me too. That's what I said last night on the show. I think I got him in 5 rounds too. 4 or 5 rounds. That dude, Villa, his defense is not up to par. It's not. And when you're fighting against a young, explosive dude, that's throwing all the punches in the book, it's hard to just, try to sit there and withstand that type of punishment. And I'm sure that dude Boots he's looking to put on the show because a lot of people was doubting him and saying things like, "Oh, he's boring," and things like, "Oh, he couldn't even." Yeah, they wanted to be off of his game. They want him to be, you know, they expected him to be a terrible fighter or whatever because he couldn't cut off the ring against what's his name, Karen. But that's not. It's not what it is. It's not the truth. Said he gonna beat Villa like he did Lipinets. Yeah, I hope Villa don't try to fight motherfucking Dirty. Some folks are saying that even with the last fight with him versus E- Ellis, a lot of folks said that that was kind of low key a robbery type shit. And I know that word get thrown around a lot, but that's what I heard. And I watched some of the replays or whatever. It's decent. But I didn't see anything like spectacular from him. Matter of fact, let me put that shit on right now so I can refresh my memory while I'm smoking this smoke. You know what I'm saying? Give me 1 second. Let me pull that up on the screen. I'm over here watching his. So I'm watching this dude work right now. Let me put this on the screen. This is for fair use only. So I'm just watching this shit now just to see what it was like. I ain't really hear much from the press conference. And look at that. Yeah, see, you can't. Boots can't afford to do no shit like that. Square up and shit like that. Come on, man. Ellis was. Hold on, man. I'm a little bit disappointed. What is this? Highlights of round 4. 5. They showing Villa's highlights. Look at this shit right there, man. Clubbing shots back of the head. Ooh, uppercuts. Crazy overhand rights, overhand lefts. Okay. He got a motor on him. Look at that. Round 10. Woo. Mm. Woo. Hey, that boy can crack. Hold on. But he getting cracked too. Oh, look at that shit right there. Whack him. Damn, nigga. Damn, he dropped that nigga twice. So it's like from what I'm sensing, he got that McDonough thing going on. That I slay one Negro, so I can go ahead and slay the other one. So I see him. I see him. Folks in the comment section saying Ennis is going to catch him in between shots. He's a monster. Bajar's got his hands full. I can see Ennis countering Villa's looping right hand with left uppercuts with ease. Yeah, he be throwing them haymakers from what I'm seeing. Said he was himself that night. I don't think he should never sign a contract. From what I'm seeing, the man can punch. He could punch. But he don't got no fucking defense. So yeah, there's that. I see him fighting on the showbox. Looking sloppy on the showbox. He ain't got no defense. Man, these must be them bottom of the barrel dudes he fighting. Hold on. I'm just looking at highlights because I never really heard of this guy until just now, really. But he got that power though. It's there. He got that power. Well, for what I'm saying, man, a dude with a jab can stop all that shit he throwing. A dude with a solid 1-2 can stop all that shit he's doing. These dudes fighting him, it looks like they're just trying to get into wild exchanges, trying to trade hooks with him, and he's getting the better of the exchange most of the time, from what I'm seeing. He kind of got like a Mark Marcelo thing going on. Oh, but he throw better combination. Look at that. Good shit, boy. Good shit. Why you think that's his flaw? Of course, that's his flaw, and that's what I'm saying. Like a straight 1-2 down the middle, or somebody with a good jab can stop all that shit. One thing I suggest that Boots don't do is try to roll with the punches with this guy. You don't even want to take no chances of being off balance and him landing some shit that knock you over. His best bet is to box smart against this guy, and then after he sees that this guy, it's not as skilled as him, that's when he should take off on him. But set everything up with that jab. Look at that. Wide as fuck. His stance is wide as fuck. Wide as fuck. Yeah. Good shit. Shout out to everybody in the chat. My favorite knockdown from the dude, I think, was this shit right here. Look at that. Y'all think he gonna throw that wild shit against Boots? Look at this shit. Oh yeah, the reason why I named this the fucking Boots era is because the guy that we thought was gonna be his biggest rival at the time, that man, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. Ortiz is looking like a guy that needs to hang it up and find another profession because if he's not healthy enough for boxing, then he can't do it, man. Because imagine him going in there and fainting against Staniosis. That shit would have been crazy. But yeah, Villa, from what I'm seeing, it looks like Villa. He's feeling himself. He's feeling himself with that Rashidi Ellis knockdown. Yeah. Ooh, look at that boy. He throwing bad attentions. Look at that shit. Mm, mm, mm. He throwing them. He throwing them punches. A hard body shot might shut Ortiz down. Yeah, Ortiz. Yeah, he needs to just go ahead and hang it up. Shout out to my dude D Hive. What's going on, brother?
Yo, what's the topic?
Uh, Basically saying this is the Boots era because the guy that was supposed to be his his challenger in the future looks like he's pretty much done for. And then we also talking about going to talk about Charlo versus Canelo in a few. But right now
Virgil,
I'm just looking at Villa, just like analyzing Villa's style and see what he brings to the table.
Virgil Ortiz was never going to challenge Boots in any way, shape, or form. It's important that y'all understand that. What's happening to Virgil is unfortunate, but even Virgil and his team knew that just physically speaking, that boy was always going to lose to Boots. That's why the moment the fight was brought up, they were like, nah, we need to wait. We need to do other things. We need 48 months, blah, blah, blah. So they knew. So
Oh, that shit.
Virgil,
Maybe that shit's down the line, nigga. Like,
no, Virgil's entire career is going to be based off running from Boots because he's going to lose. It doesn't matter how old they are. In fact, the more experience Boots gets, the more unbeatable he's going to become.
and you know what I feel like the play was? I feel like the play was to get him to fight Ortiz. I mean, or to fight Staniosis, and if he was able to pull out a Staniosis victory, they was gonna hold that shit over Boots' them head for a minute. Say, "Oh, we got the better resume. We
Yeah,
got the
you
better
got to fight
resume.
somebody. Yeah,
You
yeah,
need
of
to fight
course.
somebody. You see me, I'm fighting the da 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 and all that
Yep.
shit."
It's everything Canelo has done to Jamal Charlo since the beginning. They were going to run the exact same script.
And I know it because the kid already said it. He already said it. These guys just want a payday. Like what?
Yeah,
What are we talking about?
like motherfuckers is buying mansions out of Grand Prairie, Texas. Like, all right, bro.
And I've been to I lived in Grand Prairie before, man. That shit is crazy, man. But my thing is this, man. If this dude, if he can't, show his health is if his health is not improving, what's the next step?
I mean, if it's not improving, then he's gonna. That's gonna be it. It's gonna be a wrap for him. But I think De La Hoya's dumbass said something correct. They should definitely not entertain welterweight anymore. They should move up in weight, one, two divisions if necessary, and get him back stable. See if he can live a normal life, and then try to train like an elite athlete again. But people like we're talking all this shit about Virgil. I'm like, bro, Virgil can't even beat the scale. What makes you think he gonna fuck with Boots in any kind of way? So shit was always funny to me. But yeah, no, Virgil was never gonna do anything but with Boots except get knocked out, and that's all right. And honestly, Crawford would have knocked Virgil out. It would have been tougher. It would have been a more difficult fight on Crawford considering his age, but current Crawford would have knocked Virgil the fuck out. So And I'm not even talking about because he's struggling to make weight. I'm talking about just based on skill sets. If you don't move your head, you're not beating operators that can punch. So that is what it is. Hopefully he gets better and we see him back do some damage. But yeah, no, he needs to move up and quit and stop the bullshit. People are like, oh, he's too small, blah blah. I'm like, based off what? Like he's too small for 154. Based off what? Based off of what? Like y'all not wanting to move up because you're scared? He punches real hard. He got decent hand speed. He should be able to survive. What's up, Cozy? Yeah, so like I said, hopefully he makes a speedy recovery, and his training team pulls their heads out their asses and does what's right. And also, I just want to say, I feel bad. What's up, NJMP? I feel bad for whoever fights Stay next because he gonna take it out on their ass. You got in 2 full training camps and no money, nigga. It's about to be over for like unless your name is Boots, Spencer Crawford, whoever fights Stay next is about to get destroyed. I'm talking bad. So, green beans. If you ain't doing shit, you might want to line it up. Jamal James. If you're gonna come out of inactivity, I wouldn't recommend taking that one, player. Don't do that. Would not recommend taking that shit. But yeah, now whoever stay on this fight next is gonna get the shit beat out of him. So yeah, because that dude is hungry. He's starving. They had a paycheck in a while, and he's got 2 full camps in, full recovery from the appendectomy. This shit is over. This shit is over with. Said Virgil got to retire if you can't train without. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, if you literally can't handle the regimen of a professional boxer, you need to cease to be one. You physically can't do it. Like I'm physically a big guy, but I'm not big enough to be on the fucking offensive line. My body just doesn't hold that much muscle like that. So like I'm built like a regular black dude, like on some Morris Chestnut type shit. So like I'm not gonna be on the fucking offensive line type shit. They talking about road trip for staying on. Oh, nigga, Roach just Roach. Oh boy, if they gonna sacrifice Roach like that, that's fucked up. Because Roach was talking about getting a title shot. I remember when Crawford went over there, Roach thought he was gonna get a shot, but damn, nah, you going from fighting Anthony Young to staying on this? Oh shit. Oh man. Oh, I hope he got his will written out because Stayona's gonna tax that ass. It's gonna be horrible. Honestly, Roach might fuck around and get stopped because Stayona's is gonna be fucking pissed. I mean, don't get it twisted. Roach is a reasonably capable southpaw, moves his feet more than your average Mexican fighter, but Stayonis is a very talented operator. He be looking like micro Triple G down there without the punching power, of course. He punch hard, but not that fucking hard. But yeah, if they sacrifice, and the thing is, Stayonis deserves it. They need to give up Rocha for this bullshit, because this is like the second time he's pulled out of this nonsense. I understand the first time was on Stayonis because he had the appendectomy, but they know this motherfucker's having problems making weight, and they keep signing him up to fight, knowing goddamn well it could be the end of his life. So they need to give up some ass. They need to give up somebody. And if Rocha gotta go, they gotta go. What's the co-main for tomorrow? Which card? Because you talk about the fucking the Schofield card. Oh my god, I can't like. Let me get it on record. Kid Austin cannot take credit for how this card does because motherfuckers bought their tickets and shit expecting Virgil and Stanionis. So I don't want to hear his fucking mouth. I'm like, oh shit,
I know, man. I already see
I
niggas
sold
on
out
Twitter
what
talking
the
about some.
fuck
I
you
already
did.
like
Like,
this.
nigga,
I like
shut
this for
the
the young
fuck up.
kid, man. Golden boy, they really know how to treat their guys, man. Shut that soft ass shit up, nigga.
Yeah, nigga, you got motherfuckers bought hotels and plane tickets weeks in advance to come see Virgil and Stanionis, and you have Kid Austin like, oh yeah, man, see, we did major numbers. People came out like, shut up, nigga. Nobody came to see you. Nobody gave a shit about fucking. His name was Floyd Schofield. Why the fuck is he called Kid Austin? Is it because he's from Texas?
I have no fucking idea. But speaking of
Nigga named
making
Floyd
speaking of making a
Schofield.
weight, did you see your boy Ennis coming in at 145?
These,
What?
these, niggas, these niggas not gonna listen until Ennis get his hands on somebody they love. I'm telling you, Crawford and Spence better get up out of here because it's not gonna work.
Bro, I seen a picture of Boots Ennis in the gym looking like a solid buck 60. And this nigga coming in at 145 and his face don't even look all sucked in or nothing like that.
Jaron Ennis will not lose at welterweight. He is not going to lose. I do not care who he fights. If Spence, Crawford, I'm telling you, it's all gonna be fun and games until Boots get his hands on somebody y'all love. Then you're gonna be like, well, hold on. Why is that fair? What has he done to deserve it? Yeah, nigga.
Nigga, all I know is he not fighting a motherfucker named Terrence Crawford or Spence, nigga.
He bet not. They bet not. They better move
Of
because
course
it's
them
not.
niggas is moving, bro.
And
Duh.
people talking shit about that Karen performance like that means something. Yeah, all right.
I ain't gonna lie. I think the Spence that fought Lamar Peterson will give Boots a lot of work.
He would, but he wouldn't win.
Who knows, nigga? I don't know. Let me see what Boots looking like tomorrow before we jump the gun. Now
Yeah, I
he
know.
fighting somebody that can punch. Cause I done seen him get cracked a couple times by niggas who can't punch. He ate a
Well,
flush fucking over right hand from fucking Lipinets. And I said, man, oh man, if he ate some shit like that from somebody, he might would have stumbled up a little bit more.
yeah, all right, yeah. People have seen him get hit, sure, but they haven't seen him wobble. They haven't seen him rocked. We've seen what Crawford do with people who can punch a little bit.
He said
Crawford
kid
over there,
Austin's mid pack, put him in Abdullah Mason. Nah.
oh my god, that wouldn't even like. Keep in mind, I really don't like Keyshawn, but Keyshawn will beat his ass. Keyshawn will beat on little Floyd Schofield, and y'all know I don't even really fuck with Keyshawn like that.
How you see this one going?
What Boots Via?
Yeah.
I see Boots stopping him in the 7 to 9 range. I think for the first 4 or 5, he's gonna see what he's working with, make sure he doesn't overextend himself. Do all the necessary work, set him up, things like that, and then I think from round 5 until the fight's over, he's gonna apply the pressure and beat on him. Make sure and pound him into submission. That's how I think it's gonna happen.
Says Spence versus Bruce will take years off both of their careers.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
most definitely. Man, I ain't gonna
Probably.
lie, D Hive nigga. I watched that Spence versus Yugas fight for like the third time. Man, that engine on that brother Spence and that thudding powers is just a lot, bro. It really is. It's to a point where I felt bad for this nigga Yugas after like the fifth round.
I didn't. He fought like a dumbass, and he
He
got
started
knocked
beating
out like
the
a
sh.
dumbass.
You know it's bad, D Hive, when niggas is like they fight in the phone booth, and all of a sudden one fighter immediately get out the phone booth and immediately start jumping around the ring.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like what happened to Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia, people kept talking about Spencer slow, whatever. I'm like, bro, Danny felt the body shots and was started running for his life in the third round. He was like, you know what? I don't want to be in here no more. Let me just get out of here without getting knocked out. And then that's what he did. Because you remember after the action, people were like, oh, Danny Garcia, you got that left hook. You might knock out Spence. It's like, yeah, okay.
I was thinking that too. I'm thinking like, man, if Errol Spence not the same. He can get punched and fuck around and crumble.
Nah, I mean, Danny Garcia is a puncher, but I never thought he had enough power to fucking stop Spence. Come on, bro. He'd have to have like a De La Hoya left hook to put Spence out. And Danny Garcia ain't no De La Hoya, that's for sure.
Who do you think this guy Boots is even sparring right now?
Anybody he can get his hands on, because Bozy said that they have trouble getting consistent sparring. So pretty much anybody they can. But yeah, I don't really know. But that's one thing I like about them in the Philly gym. They don't post a lot of video. Like I like that about Scooter. I like that about Boots. They don't post a lot of sparring footage and shit. So you don't know what they're working on. You don't know what tools they're gonna bring to the table. Yeah, I personally like that a lot. I like that they don't do that.
You think this is gonna be a fight to satisfy boxing fans for a good week?
Of course not. It doesn't matter what Boots does to this guy because this guy has not really fought anybody. He hasn't really been fighting competition. I mean, he got a win over Rashidi, which people are immediately going to call into question once Boots gets this dude out of here. This is going to show if Boots struggles here, it's going to be more about what's wrong with Boots than what Via does well. That's what I'll say. But no, this isn't. People not gonna be impressed with this shit. They're gonna find all kinds of reasons to shit on it, and it's cool. That's to be expected because Crawford and Spencer are beloved. People have had them around for a long time, and it's always hard to change when the. It's always hard during the changing of the guard. The changing of the guard is always hard.
That man said he got that smoke for boots.
Yeah, sound good. Sound good. Like people keep talking about the Karen shit. Karen didn't win a single moment of the fight. He had no success whatsoever. And
It
not to
looked like
mention,
the offense crazy.
yeah, but not to mention, even if you remember, Rashidi was whooping this dude ass until he asked out. This dude was, and we all criticized Rashidi's punching power. So I mean, come on.
He,
Like,
you know, he kind of
let's,
reminds me of in a way.
let's,
He kind of reminds me of like Mark Maseo.
yeah, I think Mark Marquez is a little bit more coordinated, a little bit quicker on the hand speed. But yeah, he's like that. Doesn't take a whole lot to beat him. And also, he already has a loss. Like people, people gotta start making it seem like this is some dude who's untouchable. He's already lost before. So, to some motherfucker we don't even know.
So I think Villa will be a good formidable test for Boots, but I favor Boots stopping him.
Yep, I think it is too. I personally think it's gonna be a good test, but the general public is not gonna break him off much respect, which that is what it is.
So what you said? So if not Virgil Ortiz, who the fuck is gonna be Boots's like uh counterpart?
Nobody. As soon as Crawford and Spence move up, they're gonna say the welterweight division sucks ass. That's what the first thing they're gonna do. They're gonna say that now that since those two are gone, the welterweight division is gonna suck, and Keith Thurman not gonna sacrifice himself for less than 10 million, which he's not getting. So that's pretty much it. And also, like the thing is too, if Keith Thurman fights Ugas and Keith Thurman win, he gonna move up too to chase Spence down. So like, yeah, no, it's so yeah. As soon as so basically once all these dudes leave, they're gonna say, oh, well, the welterweight division sucks ass now. Now it's time for Boots to reign. The welterweight division sucks ass. Stayonis is the only guy there who will make it interesting, and who I think that Boots may struggle to knock out. So Stayonis may see the distance. But outside of that, nah, I think most of these motherfuckers getting washed, waxed, pressed, put away, out of
So
here.
yes, that Maidana fighting style. A lot, I've been hearing a lot of that.
Yeah, and then it's funny because people talk about Maidana, and I'm like, yeah, Maidana is also somebody who got beat by Americana. So people talk, oh, is Boots gonna have enough of this? Is Boots gonna have enough of that? I'm like, I mean, Americana wasn't some. His gift was speed, not even raw power application. So Boots got all of that. But Lord knows, people keep telling me about Boots. Like, oh, what you gonna do if he goes the distance? I'm be like, I'm gonna move on with my life. What the fuck you mean? My opinion not gonna change.
So would you agree that when you fight a power puncher with limited boxing skill, it's a tougher fight for a fighter who's a skilled boxing puncher with high ring IQ? If that boxer doesn't have enough power to keep that guy off of him, and that's what was Edis Ellis problem. He didn't have enough pop to keep him off of him, and he didn't have enough gas tank to fucking win a decision. Because his ass, he started fading towards the end, and that shit was dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he got put on his ass twice. But yeah, what you say is agree is the thing. Well, the thing is too, it depends on how limited they actually are, because you got some power point. Like a lot of people originally were under the impression that Better Biev was skill limited, which is not true. So it depends on how skill limited they really are. If they have a modicum of skill, they'll give anybody trouble. But if they're just absolute ass, then yeah, all you need is either gas tank. You need either gas tank or sufficient power or both. You can do it with, you can beat them with gas tank. You can beat them with sufficient power. If you have both, that's the best. But you need at least one of those two factors in order to have a decent opportunity. If you don't have either one, you're in some deep shit.
Said prime example is Brook versus Porter.
Well, that was mostly a stylistic clash because their power is pretty comparable. Like Porter is not someone who can't punch. He's just hardly ever in a position to because he's always bouncing around, charging at people, shooting a lot of his hooks, behind the head and over shoulders and things like that. He's always wasting a lot of movement. So but yeah, no, that's a good stylistic matchup, and about how Brook was able to use his jab and some of his movement and his counters on the inside to be able to control Porter's aggression to be able to outpoint him. So yeah. So that wasn't really a power differential. That was mostly a skill differential, which is important to highlight. But with this, just Boots, unfortunately, unfortunately for Via, he does too many things well. There's not a lot of factors in boxing where you could say Boots doesn't do this well. And whenever people talking about his defensive lapses, they're literally talking about maybe 12 seconds in every fight that he's ever had. Like, oh, he took one or two shots. Well, it's the same shit they do with Devin Haney. Oh, Devin Haney struggles with this. Devin Haney can't do that. Devin Haney. Oh, okay, cool. And then when you ask them to provide examples, it's like literally 12-second stretches of a fight. So it's like,
I know they be like, yeah, did you see Linares? He hit him like that, man. Did you see Linares for the rest of the goddamn fight?
yeah, exactly. Like fucking 10 rounds of steady ass whooping. Devin Haney not only threw but landed over 200 punches in that fight. But, no one's going to talk about that.
Bro, these niggas are so fucking pussy on Twitter, bro. They
What are
talking
you
about
talking
some
about?
who's they talking about some who should Regis fight next. Everybody in the comment section, man, he needs to just go ahead and fight Ryan Garcia. He needs to fight Ryan Garcia. He needs to
Wow.
fight. He needs to fight Ryan
Wow.
Garcia. It's more money and it's an easier style.
They really don't want Devin to be great. That's crazy. They don't want him to claim that nigga's scalp.
I
That's nuts.
know, and it's so crazy because I'm
That's
like, what did
fucking
you bitch
insane.
ass niggas just saying?
Did
Didn't
y'all
you
say he
bitch
would get
ass
knocked
niggas
out?
just say that this nigga was gonna get knocked out?
Literally. They literally said that Devin Haney had no shot against Regis. That's
Yeah, no
fucking
shot.
insane.
Man, no cap though, but my thing is this. Sooner or later, you niggas gonna have to crown Devin Haney king, man. Y'all gonna have to
I'm gonna
crown him.
drop. I'm gonna drop out and then come in on my laptop. When you see me come in a second time, that's me. Let me in.
Okay. So Devin needs to go to 140. He definitely does. He definitely needs to move up to 140. I'm tired of this 135. I'm actually tired of this fucking Shakur Stevenson talk. It's getting petty.
Yeah, but that's wild. They really want they really want Regis to fight Ryan Garcia now. And keep in mind, Ryan Garcia hasn't gotten any better just because he's under Derek James. You don't get more credit for beating Ryan Garcia after he got knocked the fuck out by a featherweight. That's bullshit. What I'm trying to talk about? Oh, well, Ryan Garcia is now suddenly going to become the ultimate badass because he's under Derek James. Derek James is a fantastic trainer, no doubt, but he can't unfuck over a decade of horrific training. That's not how that works. But Anybody currently encouraging Regis to fight Ryan Garcia, y'all is pussy, and it's okay. And in fact, I don't even understand why y'all are so invested in Ryan Garcia's career. He's not even like super duper fun to watch, to be honest. Y'all only liked him for Tank because he was a fucking crash dummy. That's it. He was just some dude to get knocked out. That's it.
Boxing is just so funny, man. I love it. 1 minute fans can say, "Oh nah, Regis. You see with that last southpaw, Haney had trouble with the southpaw." And I'm
Haney
like,
struggled
nigga,
himself.
shut that shit up because now you niggas are saying this nigga should fight a guy coming off a fucking loss, a
A
stoppage
knockout
loss.
loss. Got
What the
knocked
fuck is wrong
smooth
with you
out.
niggas?
It's just funny to me because it's all like, oh, I put it on Twitter too. I was like, oh my god, Haney struggles with former world champions who have fought world class opposition. Oh boy, like bro, these are not Valdez's. These are not Ryan Garcias. These are Lomachenkos, people who have actually gone through some people. Even Cambosis clipped Tio. Who the fuck did Ryan beat? Who the fuck did Valdez beat? Who are these niggas beating?
They certifying Ryan for fighting Tank.
Literally for losing. Oh,
For
he fought
losing.
Tank, and that means he's
That's
good.
how it always is, bro.
Just like Isaac Cruz. I remember they were talking about, oh, once Devin Haney become undisputed, he gonna duck Isaac Cruz. Nigga, duck Isaac Cruz? And then when Devin Haney said, oh yeah, I'm looking at that fight, I wouldn't mind an Isaac Cruz fight. Guess what they said? Oh, you ducking other people by trying to fight Isaac. You cherry picking. It's like, okay, well, make up your fucking mind. Like, bro. Nah, but you do just cap. And also, all you Tank fans that are hopping on the Shakur bandwagon to keep the pressure off Tank ass, I see you, and I'm not gonna let it happen. Now, look, I understand that since Tank has gone from his home to an actual penal facility, he's probably not doesn't have access to adequate nutrition or training. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna give him one comeback fight, but after that, if it's not about business, I'm on his ass. Just so y'all know.
Yeah. We know D Hive.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm not happy Ryan in this camp. I don't want Derek James's camp to become the repository for fucking idiots. Bunch of dudes who, have had mental issues and now all of a sudden they want to work on the fundamentals. The fuck? Should have been concerned about all that in the fucking amateurs. Now all of a sudden you want to learn the importance of leading with a jab. It's almost like these dudes didn't watch boxing as kids when they were boxing. Like when you look at Ryan, it's like, bro, did you not watch other fighters when you were coming up? I'm not big on Boo since the scene turned down Crawford. Oh, right. I forgot. The imaginary BLK offer that people kept saying, oh, it's real. Yeah. Sign with BLK and you may not even get a fucking fight. Because Broner signed with BLK and he didn't get shit. They promised him 8-figure deal, 3 opponents. That motherfucker didn't get shit. So yeah, nobody fucking turned down a legitimate Crawford offer.
You remember everybody was going off on that shit?
Well, Bozy said they turned down signing with BLK Prime. They never said that there was a legitimate fight with Crawford on the fucking table, because it wasn't. Okay, well, hey, if that's how they feel, Cozy, then great. I'm with it, because God knows I don't give a fuck about Shakur. Yeah, if Haney wants to, use that last bit of gas he got at 135 for Tank, that's fantastic.
Nigga, you better never catch that nigga Shakur Stevenson out in public. He gonna try to knock your ass out, nigga.
I mean, sure, yeah, great. If he feels that passionate, he can come get me.
He gonna try to come knock your ass out. Hey, that shit is fucking funny, bro. He really be on there mad. at you. It's like he sees your tweet specifically, and I don't even know if he's even following you.
No, he's
But
not following me. I don't
he
follow
sees
him.
your tweets, and he really comes at it like, man, this motherfucker's talk about me. This nigga's talk about me. I gotta say something back. Like, goddamn, nigga, you the professional boxer. Just chill out, move on. If it's not true, it's not true.
Because you lying. I'm sick of all the bullshit. And the thing is, too, I wouldn't come after Shakur if his fans didn't repeat his bullshit so often. But I swear to God, like they worship these dudes. They go off of every fucking word they said. Like when Shakur sent that bottle over to the table talking about signing the contract, everybody was convinced that he had sent Devin Haney a contract when that came out as a lie. These motherfuckers hold me to a higher standard than they do Shakur. They'll ask me for evidence before they ask Shakur for fucking some. And that shit is aggravating. Like, bro, I'm just some random dude. Like, why are you asking me for proof and paperwork? But then if Shakur says jump, you niggas just say how high. You some grown ass men. Like, come on, bro.
Now this nigga talking about it was Shakur. He said Kambosos didn't get 10 million up front. It was 2 million. This, and that. He probably got 2 million after that lawsuit. But let's be real. The intended person was not no fucking just 2 million, bro. Stop it.
My thing is, Shakur, your best purse, your highest purse is the low end of that deal. So you even talking about that deal makes you look stupid. It's like, bro, you got 3 options. You can send a counter offer, you can accept the fight and call his bluff, or you can shut the fuck up and fight fringe competition like you're going to. Like, because you know the Shakur's not even talking about Tank. He's not even saying Tank name. Because the thing is, if I'm Shakur and I'm positive that Devin Haney gonna duck, my next target is Tank. But he's not saying Tank name. And there's a reason for that. And we all know the reason. Because he probably, not only would he not be able to negotiate anything, but he'd get knocked the fuck out. So, you know, of course. But and I'm not even gonna talk about the YouTuber y'all brought up in the comments because he lies a lot. He's been called in multiple lies. So if you want to listen to him talking about what he was going to do, he lied about Broner. He was the guy who told us Broner's deal, and he didn't pull through on any of it. So shut that bullshit up. Yeah, we talked about Jared Anderson yesterday, actually, which was hilarious. We had Dirk on
man.
Here. That shit was funny.
I like Jared Anderson, but he just got to go back to the drawing boards.
You better tighten up.
Tighten up. Just tighten up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna completely throw him out and say, oh, this nigga's fucking sucks. Look at this shit. Nah. Because it just comes with it, man. It really does.
Like Jared has very little that he needs to improve on, but the few things he needs to improve on are important. That nigga was in there getting banged.
That pulling straight back shit. That pulling straight back. That's not good. It's not good at all.
No, like Cozy, honestly, it's not even that Cozy. It's literally he's riding off public perception. That's it. The Shakur's legend is all what the public say it is. If we all stop talking about Shakur right now, it would be over for him. Nothing would happen. Him and basically Boots would have the same trajectory. Like or no, Shakur was like, yeah, he's a former world champion. Cool, great, but like nobody at the end of the day, nobody was really concerned about all that. And then he claimed he wanted to be undisputed, which is why he wasn't moving up. Then spontaneously lost his belts on the scale. Like if we all stop talking about Shakur right now, he basically becomes like Ray Vargas, because Ray Vargas is also a 2-division champion that nobody fucking talks about. So, you know, yeah, he's all riding off public perception. He knows that whatever happens, the fan base, much like Bud, which is why I mentioned him, they're gonna suck him off anyway. They're gonna be like, oh, see, we see he turned down a contract, but he being ducked because that's not enough money. All the niggas that say you shouldn't be pocket watching are the first ones to come and talk about how much money somebody deserves based on the fucking amateurs. I swear to God, bro, if y'all niggas keep bringing up the fucking amateurs in relation to the pros, I like stop. That shit means nothing. Like, cut it out.
You know it means something, D-Hive.
Even Andy Cruz. Like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck are we expecting from Andy Cruz? He hasn't had a single pro fight. People talking about, oh, shit, he gonna do this. Nigga, let him fight some. Let him do something first. Like people say, "Oh, you only got smoke because they're affiliated with Bud." Andy Cruz isn't affiliated with anybody, and I want y'all to calm down about that nigga because he literally just escaped Cuba and been training in Philadelphia for like 4 or 5 months. Like, let him fight somebody first. Let him fight a single pro fight before we make some judgments.
I don't give a fuck about no damn Andy Cruz. That nigga's like my age right now. He just now fucking got out here.
That's what I'm saying. People are, oh, he gonna change the game. Like, based off what? Like, because he whooped Keyshawn ass? There are plenty of people who can do that.
That that's why, because he whooped Keyshawn.
Man, Frank Martin will beat Keyshawn ass, and Keyshawn and them know it. Which is why all of a sudden he went from, whoop Frank Martin ass to, I'm only 8-0, man. I'm only 8-0. You can't just throw me in there like that, man. Puss ass.
Hey, so what do you think about? Did you see that new video of Charlo hitting the bag with Guzman?
Yeah, I saw it.
What you think, man? Because I'm looking at it like I don't know, man. This guy, he looks like he's stepping into this weight mighty comfortable, but that's just a 30-second clip.
I personally, I'm not too concerned about the size dynamic. Like I said, my biggest concern is his stamina. If he has 154 stamina, the only way he loses to Canelo outside of like a punch knockout, like just getting slept, is robbery. If we see 154, if the Charlo that fought Castano in the second fight shows up, Canelo's going to lose. But it's all dependent on his gas tank. I'm confident the durability will be there. I'm confident the skills will be there. I'm confident that the punching power will be there. I'm concerned about the gas tank and the timing on his punches due to the extra weight he's going to be carrying. If those two things line up, I'm not concerned. But after the opening bell, if we see toward the fifth, sixth round he getting slow, is going to be troublesome.
I think that this guy Charlo, he's looking pretty spectacular on the pads. I just don't want him to gas out, man.
Yep. That's my biggest concern about the whole situation. The gas. And you got enough gas, whoop Canelo's ass. You run out of gas, and it's a wrap. And of course, Canelo is still Canelo. He's still actively juicing. He punches very hard. And if Charlo gets caught and gets knocked down, then well, that's just a defensive lapse. That's why Charlo got to keep that lead hand up.
He do punch hard.
And it's funny too because like I keep saying, Charlo is he's not a massive puncher even at 154. I mean, he hits hard, but his knockouts are mostly the result of skill adjustments and not raw power. Because out of 35 fights, the man has 19 knockouts. That's not a lot. That's like 50%.
Who you got out this Cool Boy versus Anui? Because that's slowly coming up pretty quick.
Yeah. I'm picking Fulton off the strength that he is American. He is my countryman, and I want him to win because the Nui fans get on my nerves. But realistically, I am concerned. I do have a good amount of concern for Cool Boy's ability to win. I'm going to pick him by decision, but I am very worried.
Decision, not by knockout.
No, I don't even think that would be smart to go looking for that.
What's up with these boxers not showing us really anything about their training camps? I haven't seen shit from what's his face, Anui.
I knew he got some sparring footage up, but I'm not concerned about a Nui style because anyway, it's gonna He's gonna fight the same way with everyone. Well, I already know how Inoue is gonna approach it. It's Fulton that has all the tools and usually finds a way to beat undefeated opponents. So he's the one I don't want to see any footage from, and I'm happy about it personally. Don't show them anything. Don't show anything you've been working on. Yeah. Anyway, he's gonna fight the same way every fight. There are some psychopaths that try to make him seem like he's some super uber duper masterful boxer, like they did with Lomachenko. Inoue is mostly he's more puncher than boxer, and he applies pressure. He's a pressure fighter. He's slow and methodical. He has fast hands and he punches real hard. And a lot of people try to say, "Oh, he's so small." I'm like, Inoue is bigger than a lot of you guys actually want to give him credit for. He's not some fucking small dude down there. So yeah, people are like, "Oh, I'm a motherfucker." I forgot who it was, but motherfucker gonna try to call him a generational talent because he threw 3 fucking uppercuts in a row. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
You know what it is with Inui, and I like Inui, but it's like whenever they see a fighter that's not black doing something that's spectacular,
They get wet.
they take it to a whole nother level because it's like, yes, we got somebody that's not them. We got somebody that's like us.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. They feel they're like finally we're represented. they'll,
finally.
they'll talk all that race don't matter shit, but it's like finally we're represented. And the people always talk about, oh, y'all just hate the sperm weights because there's not a lot of Americans, there's not a lot of FBAs. I'm like, bro, we got Reese Alim, Dwayne Beeman. There have always been black folks down there. We just didn't care about them either. Like, there have always been black dudes that fought down there, some at least, but we just didn't care about them either because those weight classes, the skill separation is not as profound. And that's okay. Like, I watch the sperm weights, but I completely understand why most Americans don't because a lot of that shit is fucking boring. Number one in what division? 168? Anyway, I believe Inoue is a pound for pound fighter. But I thought he was top 5. Motherfuckers got mad at me because I said he wasn't top 3. They were like, "Oh, you're just a hater." I'm like, "What?" Because I don't think he's top 3 best in the world. I said the nigga's top 5. He's just not top 3. You got to give him the 4 or 5 slot. Probably the 5 slot. Like, dude, you're a casual hater. Like, nigga, shut the fuck up, man. Anyway's never gonna meet you. He's never gonna fucking acknowledge your existence. Shut up.
Yeah, you're just a hater, bro.
Oh.
So what the fuck you said? Sperm weights.
That's how I call them niggas.
Better than me. Niggas got mad at me when I said fucking noodle weight.
Yeah, no, I call anything below 122 to me, or no, even honestly, like 118, like super bantam is kind of heating up. So maybe anything below 122 to me is fucking sperm weight. I'm not gonna lie. Like that's
How
just
could you say that.
it all becomes sperm weight. And if you want to say that anything below 118 because 118 is kind of heating up, fine, I'll give it to you. Anything below 118 to me is sperm weight. Like when you start talking about like super flyweight, like come on, bro. Yeah, like 118 is bantam, 122 is super bantam. So like bantam and below, I think it's all sperm weight to me, personally. Because the shit, I mean, because the thing is too, y'all don't when them niggas aren't even active, y'all don't even be talking about them in potential matchups. Like y'all only talk about Chocolatito when he's got some shit scheduled. Like you notice how fighters in other divisions we're constantly talking about them even when they have nothing on the docket. From heavyweight until probably about 122, we're always talking about fighters even if they don't have anything on the docket. Y'all niggas, y'all say Chocolatito's a legend because he got championships in the 4 smallest weight classes. Okay, cool, but you never even talk about this nigga until he's got something fucking scheduled. Because let's face it, there's not a lot of shit shaking down there, and that just is what it is. It's not because people are not paying attention; it's just because there's not that much cracking, and that's the reality. Like, look at cruiserweight. There's not that much cracking at cruiserweight right now, but you don't see people fucking crying, talking about, oh, they need more recognition. They only do that for fucking Usyk. Shit, look at 160. 160 is dead as fuck. 160 is fucking deader than Chernobyl, and you don't see nobody talking about, oh man, you're not being right because it is what it is. You just gotta acknowledge when there's no talent in the division. Sometimes divisions go through talent droughts. That's a combination of motherfuckers retiring, inactivity, and people that have yet to move up. That's all it is. It's not that deep. I've been said that. Like that minimum, like no grown ass man should fucking weigh in that minimum weight. What the fuck is that? The fuck is that minimum weight, nigga? Some 98-pound man. What the fuck? You got grown ass man. How you 30 years old? You weighing less than the average fucking average middle schooler.
And that's what I be saying with that shit.
Fuck
Like,
is that?
dude, like my woman is 135, 140. I'm like, nigga, I don't see how y'all niggas do that shit to even make it down to 115, 118.
Yeah, that shit is garbage. Like I guess like for the women, because women are naturally smaller. Yeah, in women's boxing, it makes sense to have those weight classes. But for dudes, it just looks fucking stupid. I know knockout CP Freshmar. He's like he's like the man. I think he's like the man at either minimum or fly. But yeah, no, he's good. Hey, even Scrappy Ramirez. I love Scrappy Ramirez at 115. I think between him and Nakatani, he's the best. He's the best dude down there. It's gonna come down to them. But that don't mean a lot of the division just be boring. I say I watch them, but they're not always entertaining.
Hell yeah. Let's see. He said no. Should be waiting that. I don't know. Girl telling me that she's 98 pounds exactly. Like what the fuck? I don't watch that. And they be like, you haven't watched so and so from Japan at that on a Tuesday early morning. You're not a real boxing fan, man.
And that's another thing. That's how you can tell niggas is unemployed. I'm not waking up at 3 in the fucking morning on a goddamn Tuesday to watch Inoue fight. I'm not gonna do it. I have a work schedule to keep to. I'll catch it on the rebound, or I'll watch it on YouTube if it gets leaked. But you can tell the motherfuckers who are still in school. I'm like, when you actually get responsibilities, you get a job, you get a family to provide for it, you have expectations. Yeah, boxing becomes secondary. So unless you're a professional fucking boxing writer, I don't have time to be fucking up my sleep and my work schedule to make sure I watch the fucking Japanese Tuesday morning special. Got two niggas weighing 78 pounds swinging on each other. Like I don't have time. I don't have time for that shit. Talking about Sky, one of Eddie Hearn's concubines. That's probably why he been fucking up the company. He ain't. he been like Keith Thurman. He just been back at the house fucking.
Man, talk about karma like a motherfucker. Both Eddie Hearn and Oscar De La Hoya going through it promotional company wise.
That's because they're idiots. They put so much time. They put so much time into worrying about Al Heyman doing. They weren't creating marketable careers for a lot of their own fighters. Also, at Golden Boy, why the fuck is everybody fat? Can't nobody make weight. You got JoJo fat ass. You got Zerto fat ass. You got Virgil fat ass. Yeah, like what's up
JoJo couldn't make weight?
That nigga was over by like 1.2 pounds.
It's because these niggas don't be knowing if they fucking fight not getting canceled for real or not.
Exactly. You ain't talking about and then Oscar trying to be Oscar on Twitter trying to be take the moral high ground, trying to be positive. Nobody will ever take us down. I'm like, bro, Lil Debbie is taking down your whole fucking squad.
Shit.
Niggas is eating fucking cookies and burritos and shit. Can't nobody make fucking weight. Fuck is this? But yeah, even Alicia Baumgarten and them, they fight at 130. They fight at 126. So they are some decent sized women. The only person that's like a flyweight is like Sinisa Estrada, and people talk about she's like some kind of like goat or whatever. And I'm like, okay. I mean, the only viral highlight reel I've seen of her is her knocking out a fucking teacher in 12 seconds. Bitch came opening bell. Bitch came in through 6 punches. Every single punch landed. That bitch was gone.
You talking about
Oh,
that shit where it was like, damn, who the fuck got her in there?
yeah, exactly. That's the only like viral highlight reel I've seen of like Sinisa Estrada. So maybe I don't pay close enough attention to her career, but that's like the most spectacular performance I've ever seen. She went in there and annihilated some lady who fucking taught third grade. Like, come on. Like, shit is nuts. But yeah, nah. Yeah, the zone is crumbling, and I just found it hilarious how a lot of American citizens actually supported some foreigner coming and taking over the American market, even though I knew it was never going to happen. Because if you look at most of Matchroom's cards are still in Europe. If you look at most of their year-round schedule, most of their cards they hold a bunch of unknown British, Italian, German, French cards that no one is fucking watching. So that's a lot of resources that are expended across the globe and not even focused in America. And then when you get some Americans in your stable, you don't get them fights. You squandered Andrade. You squandered Rashidi. Golden Boy has squandered every fighter they've ever fucking had, which is why they all went to PBC. So it's like these dudes, and then what's fucked up is that when Hearn started struggling, he started to copy the PBC model bar for bar without taking half the criticism, and then he still fucked up. It's because you're not good. You're not good at your fucking job. This is what happens when you just inherit some shit from your father and you have no formal training, you have no formal education. You just think you can solve every problem with money, but you're not good at keeping it, you're not good at making it. So it's like, you know what? Just pack this bullshit up. And before you leave, sacrifice your stable. Bring some of your fighters who aren't pussy and have them come over here and get sacrificed. Like the Dalton Smith dude that K Rob was talking about at 140, sacrifice his ass. Connor Ben, fucking all these other bitch dudes, sacrifice them all. And then you can leave America. Because those are good entertaining fights that can be made with his limited ass stable where he can actually make some money. But he's afraid all his fighters gonna get torched, which they will.
And what you think about Keith Thurman versus Yugas?
I think that's cool. You know, Keith Thurman, coming off I say reasonably dominant victory against Barrios. Lord knows Ugas. I applaud Ugas for taking a tough fight off of a tough fight. I think he's gonna lose again, but yeah, that's good. That's good stuff for both of them. Decent amount of money in it. So I say fuck it. Especially if you're not gonna, if neither one of y'all gonna sacrifice yourself to boost. Nah, I talk a lot of shit about Keith, but Keith ain't no hoe. Keith actually can punch. Ugas can't punch. Ugas got 12 knockouts to his name, dog. Ugas can't punch. Keith will fucking knocks. Keith will hit Ugas so hard he'll fucking his hair start growing back. He'll fucking knock the alopecia out that nigga. Only thing that concerns me is when Ugas shoots the double hooks to the body. If Keith can find a reasonable way to counteract that, maintain a bladed stance so Ugas can't access his body, don't square up, stay off the ropes, he'll be okay. Because like I said, Keith has enough power to keep Ugas off his ass. Ugas does not have enough power to keep Keith off, unless of course he gets a body shot, because we all know Keith's soft as hell. Keith ribs is fucking brittle for whatever reason.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Thurman about to knock this dude out. I think we're looking at retirement. Yuga's coming pretty soon.
Damn, you think Thurman gonna retire Ugas?
Hell yeah. That's too much punishment.
I think it's gonna be interesting. I think Thurman gonna get a decision, but I don't know if he's gonna like whoop Ugas ass like that.
If he let him get the gloves that he wants to wear, he's gonna fuck him up.
Oh well, I don't think that Ugas is gonna be on that bullshit that Barrios was on, because Barrios, they were worried because Barrios was like he tried to fight out like 130 at one point, so they were concerned. But I don't think Ugas gonna worry about that.
I don't know, but I'm about to get up out of here, man. I gotta go get me some food and shit.
All right, for sure. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, no worries, man.
All right,
Stay up.
peace.